fire. The furniture, it'd be on fire and there'd be man holes in the settee, right? And then that's when I started placing pizza water around the house.
Right, combustion.
I would love to know when this started. Has this always happened in the house? Have previous tenants ever experienced anything like this in the past?
Her belief is so strong that she's absolutely convinced that there is definitely some kind of paranormal activity, and therefore, in order to combat that, she has buckets of water instead of looking at physical explanations for what it could be instead.
The things to be
6 monkeys
physically
remaining,
set
bro.
alight in a house is really an interesting case. What's interesting though is it's the places that the fires are happening.
I don't have a rational explanation for that. It's really interesting though. And also, one of the traits of a poltergeist is being able to set things on fire.
That's life-threatening. That is life-threatening.
Whether you're a believer or a skeptic, the tradition of telling ghost stories is something that is passed down from generation to generation. But with some locations, it's almost impossible to distinguish between folklore and fact. In Mold, North Wales, the haunting of a 17th century building has become ingrained in the town's history. After 7 years, former skeptic and shopper Katie is convinced she's experienced paranormal activity.
I started believing when I first got the shop. I got the shop door and me and my main seller, we were standing at the bottom of the steps and I was telling the story of Sarah Ghost. I've always known about the history of Sarah. They're covered in the schools around Mold, and the previous owner, she told us a few stories. And when I was telling the story, we heard steps above us. My mum heard it as well, and she's quite sceptical. She says, there's somebody in the shop. So I ran up thinking it was a customer, but the door was still locked and there was nobody there. Since I moved into the shop, I've had so many unexplainable encounters.
One notable feature of the shop is a well in the cellar, which has since been filled with concrete. And according to unsubstantiated reports, 50 years ago, the well revealed a gruesome secret.
Allegedly in the 1960s, they found the bones of Sarah. Well, they found
Let's
the
go.
bones
I wanna
of the girl
be.
in the well.
So she went in with the preconception that there was a ghost. Anything that's steeped in history, the ghost stories come with that package. On saying that, I am not ruling out any paranormal activity in that location because as living beings we have this energy that I just don't believe just ends and that's the end of your life, it's over.
Shop worker
I'm
Lauren
gonna
has
show my
also
favorite
experienced
camping
activity. One
spots.
day, when she was feeling unwell, she closed the shop and had an unusual encounter.
I sat on the stairs and I was crying,
Okay, go
and
here.
all of a sudden I felt this coldness all on this side of my body.
Jump.
Instead of feeling scared, I felt comforted, and I could assume that
Up
it
here.
could have been Sarah just trying to make me feel better by giving me a hug. I don't know, and that's what it could have been.
She definitely had an experience, and you can't take that away from her.
It could have been Sarah. It could have been somebody else
Yeah.
trying to comfort her as well.
It could be that it is more of a mental thing. It could be that you want somebody in that moment to comfort you and you don't want to feel alone.
I myself have had similar experiences.
I like
Out on
the
location where I've had
face.
somebody brush my face and I've felt something, touch my shoulder and tell me. So only she would actually truly personally know what she went through.
7 years since moving in, Katie has decided to move on. After selling off the party shop stock, she decided to document her last days in the historic building.
I cleared out the attic. The next day, I thought, oh, I'm going to go up in the attic and just get a film, one last film of it, just to take away. And when I was filming, I saw little things of light shooting across the screen. I was quite surprised because I've gone in the attic, I've filmed before, and I've never captured anything like that before.
I personally am not a believer in orbs. I'm a believer in light anomalies. It's something that changes shape. It's something that can grow in size, move in different ways. So you come across the screen and then move into a different direction, but not an orb or a ball of light.
I know that there's a lot of stigma attached to these
Sweet.
things.
You've been on for so long.
Very carefully. I actually myself on video.
No.
Can you please show yourself, and can you please
Correct letter, but it's in the wrong
across from
spot.
the right hand side down to my left side. And this all just came in like this.
You kind of wait when she said so.
So I said, that again, but this time come from that side, from my left side to my right side. And the orb comes in from the left, straight across to the right. That's intelligent. Or is it actually some physical entity
Okay.
using light energy?
With the shop up for sale, Katie is more determined than ever to capture definitive proof.
It's important to get some evidence of those spirits, one for me, just to show that I'm not just the mad lady in the party shop. Also, just to keep the legacy alive, really, keep the history alive of the building, because the people of Mould are so interested in it.
With only days to spare before Katie moves out, we've sent paranormal investigator Lee Roberts to the party shop to investigate one last time.
Hello,
Hiya.
I'm Lee.
Oh, hiya, I'm Katie.
Show me around. Can we have a look?
Yeah, that'd be great. Let's get started. It's just this way.
Katie is hoping Lee and his equipment will be able to interact with the ghost of the young girl she has experienced.
Sarah used to be a lot more active when she got disturbed. You should get some good activity tonight because everything's changing really. And she doesn't like it.
A paranormal event might only be seen in the blink of an eye, or in the peripheries of your vision, leading a potential witness to dismiss the activity without a second thought. But if you happen to hit record on your camera at the right time, that moment is captured forever. In 2014, in an underground train station in London, England, a passenger suddenly noticed movement in the tunnel. Believing it to be a bird, they began filming on their mobile phone. Upon reviewing the footage, though, something more sinister can be seen.
Interesting clips I've seen. The skeptic within me says that's a person. Very eerie down there, definitely. Could there just be a trick of light?
I don't have the full picture, I just have a picture. So if I am a believer, I will get